Next topic is these guys that are actually not in the league, Baiteze. Now, this is the second time they've done this. They released a tier video. Now, if you guys don't know about it, go check it out on the channel. It's actually good. It's really good, in fact, sorry. And basically, they rank all the YouTube teams in terms of rank. Like, they have an S section, which is like the top tier, and then they have A, B, C, and D. And I think it's based on like ability, characters, and content. Those are the three things. Some funny decisions, some debatable decisions are in there. I don't know if you've seen it, and it'll be on screen right now, but I just want to get your thoughts on it, man.
Listen, first off, when you said some funny decisions, some debatable decisions, I need to know if you're taking a piss.
Listen, let me
Because some of these things that I was reading, they're taking the piss. Yeah. And so,
let me just talk you through. All right, so S category, Baiteze and hashtags. So that's the top category for all those three things. Then the next one below that is SE Dons and Dorking. Below that is Rising Ballers, Palmers, Under the Radar, and Five Guys. C is Land Before Stars, Stretford Paddock, Hatch Lane, M-Boys. And then D, ready for this one? The Wall, Kitchener, and Takers.
listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if the opinion is trash. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Listen, I have to break it down into logic. SE Dons, they were top boys. And you could argue and say they're there or thereabouts top boys. Can someone tell me how they're not in the S category, please? Then we have to look at the next step of logic, which is Rising Ballers. And I watched this with my own eyes. Rising Ballers turned SE Dons inside out. SE Dons jumped on Twitter on the socials and said, hey, there's new kings in town. RB are the ones. They tucked us in. We took our licks. Thank you. Good night. Maz was out here doing superstar, enjoying. And then one team turned up and slapped the hell out of Rising Ballers.
Who's that team?
And that was my team, Takers. We come and we took everything. That's what we done. So it's just one, and it wasn't even in a matter of like a one-off game. It was a matter of quality. You have to look at the quality of the games. Rising Ballers were way too good for SE Dons. And SE Dons have been way too good for everybody.
But remember the three categories though. It's ability, not just ability. It's content and characters as well. So that's their reasons behind it. I can kind of see some reasons for it, but when I'm looking at the list again, SE Don should not be an A. They should be an S. Like they're
Only.
top tier.
Only.
Top tier.
SE Don should be an S only. For me, if you look at ability, characters, and content, and this isn't me even trying to do it because I'm friends with certain people there, but it's just they're an S club. End of story. They should be in the S division. So even them being put in the A is a bit of a piss take. And again, I'm talking about Rising Ballers. Can someone tell me why they're not in S also? You have to look at the things that they've achieved. They're an S club. Content, ability, and characters. Okay, the only category you can say they might lack slightly, is in characters. Yeah. Because
since Maz left, I feel like they've lost a bit of characters. It's only because their whole model is like revolving door in terms of like they're not going to have players staying there the whole time, so I can see that bit. But the other two, top.
Well, even then, look, I think even when Maz was there, they didn't have characters because the guy leading them, being Maz himself, what character did he show? When I was in his group chat, yeah, when I added him on Twitter, listen, I text the guy even, I tried to be humble. It's like, where's the characters? So whenever there was a challenge for him, listen, he was happy to be on screen when them lot were slapping everybody. And when it was time to come up against someone that actually knows what they're doing, and he got licks, it was humble. And it was disappeared. So I got to say, with or without Maz, there was no character there. Certainly not at the top of the table. But in terms of squad,
these are not the thoughts of Rootz TV. I'm just saying, this is the thoughts of Apple. He is his own entity. I love Rising Ballers. Anyway.
I never thought I'd see you do that. That was shameful, mate. That was absolutely shameful. Now, listen. I know you have to show no kind of bias and allegiances, even though you're my boy. But anyway, but the game's the game, innit? Yeah. But the game's the game.
The biggest disrespect is for Takers. Like, how are you putting him in the D? Now, I watched the video, and I think the reason this was because obviously they're not currently running right now. But even if they were running, like all three of them are at least an A. At least an A. So to have him in D. Baiteze, come on now. Come on, D?
Listen, we know that he's moving mad. And it's one of those things where when you... Listen, well, I think one of my boys, Roma, he had a saying the other day, and I think it was It was love or die jealous or something along those lines. But in any case, I think there's jealousy there. Because let's be honest, Baiteze's content is dry. Baiteze's content is dry.
Whoa.
It's dry. If you put it in comparison to the other clubs that they've dashed away, Rising Ballers, all of their content, come on. They've got highlights and clips of days. SE Dons, highlights and clips of days. Takers, I think we've probably got some of the best content out of everybody. I say we, I've got to stop saying we because I'm not Takers. As old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. Lambeth. All right, you know what? Here's the thing. Even look at Lambeth's content. But then also look at the quality of some of those teams. I'm not going to talk about Takers. Yeah. If I'm honest, Takers in terms of quality, take the coaching out of it and look at the players individually, not good enough. Yes, there's 2 or 3 players in the group that are top players and could probably play or should be playing professional football at a decent level. But take those guys out of it, and I'd say you look at that and they're just another standard Sunday League side that have been well coached, just well guided. And I think that's the influence. But not just that, but that's, again, when a group of people come together with a common purpose, there's a passion about it. So that's also a driving force behind Takers. So in terms of quality, I'm happy to take the hit on that for them. Lambeth, they got ballers.
Yeah, Lambeth to have them see, like...
It's crazy disrespectful. Crazy disrespectful. Listen, I was working with Lambeth, at least didn't quite materialise the way that we wanted to, but listen, there's crazy talent in there. Like, when I say crazy, I'm talking on a one-off day, and this is why I know people are shook of Lambeth and they're shook of Takers, because on a one-off day, these teams, and they turn up and they're on it, it don't matter who you bring, they're steamrolling you. Especially if guys like Winge are playing up top. As if he even decides to play himself, and certain men are turning up and they got Gondo and this one and that one, and it's just talent for days in every single position you can think of. They're slapping everybody. So how you can put Lambeth in C is just like, my head is spinning. But here's the thing, I try not to look at these things too much, because clearly at Baiteze, the patients are running the asylum. So done with that, innit?
Wow. Again, that's the thoughts on my man, Apple. Again, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Like, I don't know. As I said, S would definitely have to be SC Dons up there. A would definitely have to, and Rising Ballers in there as well. A would definitely have to have Takers in there as well. And probably Lambeth as well. Like, but again, it's just game's opinion, innit?
Yeah, but some opinions are more dead than others. And it's just like, really? Like, really? Like, we're grown men and you're having these terrible opinions. Come on, like, but listen, the game's a game, innit? We do it, we'll enjoy it. It's a bit of banter, innit? But it's just one of those things, yeah, like, the game's the game, man. The game's the game.
The game's the game.